Hey chefs, how's it going? Welcome to Sweet Willy's Kitchen. If you saw our video earlier this morning, you noticed that we did a little thing on the Star Wars Cookbook. And we put out the word for the viewers to say, hey, we need some comments. We want you to tell us what you want us to make. And we had a resounding request for Yoda Soda. This was something I was going to make anyway because I like the flavor of lime and that seems to be the main flavor. So we're going to make up one batch of Yoda Soda, okay? So the first thing what you're going to start off with is 3 limes. We're going to start off with 3 limes. We're going to need some sugar. The recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of sugar. Or actually, yep, 3 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to need some sparkling water, so I'm going to use regular seltzer. And then we finish it off with lime sherbet. Now it was tough to find the lime sherbet. I got the mix, the rainbow sherbet, but I'll use the green part. So we've got that settling to get that nice and warm, so it'll be easier to do its thing. So what we'll do, so let's get started. All right, we start off with a nice tall glass like so, and we are going to cut our limes. What I like to do is I like to roll the limes up first. And what that'll do is gets everything ready for juicing, and we're going to cut those ever so carefully. And what I like to do is I will take a fork and use that to help squeeze the lime. And then you turn the fork, and this will help break up the pulp and get more juice out of it. So that looks pretty good. So we're going to get this going here. We're going to do 3 limes worth. That's a lot of lime juice. So get that going. I'll show you how we do that again here. All right. So like I said, we're going to go around. All right. We'll cut another lime in half. I forgot to roll the lime, so let's roll the lime. All right, so here's the lime. We put the fork in here gently. Don't push too hard because you don't want it to go through and go through here. Go through like so. That's pretty good. All right, here's the other one. I'm gonna get about a 1/4 cup of juice. That's what we're looking to do. We need about a 1/4 cup of lime juice here. This is looking good. Okay, and the last one. What you want to do is when you get that piece, you want to squeeze this first. Get all the big, get the easy stuff out first, and then you come in, and that'll get the last bit. So 3 limes worth of lime juice is right there. Okay, that's about a 1/4 cup. Next, you're calling for 3 tablespoons of sugar. All right, you could use any kind of sugar you want. Me, I like to use the natural stuff. I'm not into the bleach stuff, so we're going to use 3 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's 3 tablespoons of sugar. And we're going to use our mixing. And we're going to mix that. We're going to keep that mixing until it gets nice and dissolved. Wait for the sugar to dissolve. Now, because we're using a whole grain sugar, it's going to take a bit. But once you don't feel it so gritty at the end, all right, there we go. So the next thing is the lime juice. Add the sparkling. We got the lime juice. We have the sugar. Okay, 3 limes, 3 tablespoons of sugar. Then we're going to use a cup of sparkling water, or I like to use seltzer. Be careful when you open up the seltzer, guys. You don't want to take a shower too late in the day. And I'm going to use a cup. That'll help that sugar dissolve. What happens is when the seltzer hits the sugar, it gets foamy, so be careful when you're doing that. And then we finish it off with the lime sherbet or sorbet. As long as it's green, I guess. I'm using this. That's all I can get at the time, but let's see here. Oh yeah, we got ourselves a good green glob of that. Look at that, right there. And we'll put that in like so. Do we want one or two? Yeah, let's do two. All right, I use a fairly tall glass, so I'm going to top mine off with a little bit more water. Let's see if we can taste this. Let's see what this thing tastes like. So there it is, Yoda Soda. I would think that looks pretty close to what the picture looks like, huh? What do you think, guys? I know we got the red here, but I think we did okay. So let's give this a taste. Wow. If you guys like lime and you guys like Yoda, may I recommend Yoda Soda. We're going to do another recipe from the Star Wars Cookbook pretty soon. So, once again, thanks for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.